Hi everybody, it's me, Casey here again. I wanted to make a quick little video. I don't know how quick it's going to be actually because it's something that I'm pretty passionate about. Earlier this week, which I think actually literally yesterday, I got a couple of messages from people that I didn't really know, which isn't uncommon for me. There's people that are part of the mental health community that do reach out to me, and they either ask, how I'm doing. They ask, if I would follow them, if I would help them, be better advocates. And it's a great way to, get more advocates and have people more involved in the community. Now, part of the internet that's not so great is that sometimes you don't know when these people are actually being legitimate and when they're trying to take advantage of you. So for this video, we're going to talk about internet safety and just being safe online in general. And also, if you hear screaming, I'm watching Jeepers Creepers in the background in this woman's house that I'm dog sitting for, and it's kind of weird being here alone at some point. It's not weird in the fact that I don't know her very well. It's just strange in the fact that I haven't been here that often, I guess, with her, so it's kind of strange to be here without her, I guess is the way I'm saying it. Anyways, this is the main free time that I've actually had to make this video. I tried to make it yesterday, but my boss walked in, and I didn't want to be rude even before I started working and not talk to him or not acknowledge his presence in the building, especially since he's so sweet and he's so awesome to work for. So he and I worked on a few projects that we had working on, and finally got them fixed and done, and we're good to go on them except for maybe one or two, which is fine because we're gonna get it. It's scary. Anyways, what I wanted to talk about was this one very specific message. And I don't remember exactly what her name was. I don't really care to know her. I don't really care to remember her name, honestly. So this person messaged me, and I talked to my best friend about it, and apparently it's happened to a lot more people than I thought. This woman, or she claims to be woman, I say that because it could very well be someone that's not who they claim to be, which is unfortunately oftentimes the case when they want to take advantage of you. She wound up messaging me and saying, I'm an older woman and I am trying to find somebody trustworthy to blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to say verbatim what it was because it doesn't really need that much acknowledgement. It was also to the effect of asking if I was a devout Christian or a devout Muslim, which both, I've learned a lot about both religions, and I'm very respectful of both religions. What I don't respect is people trying to play on your beliefs to try to take advantage of you, and that's exactly what this woman was doing. So what happened was, after that, I said, I'm not comfortable with taking your belongings and distribute them to these certain charities, but if you need help finding them, because apparently she was in somewhere else, and she was just like, I don't trust the people here. And I was like, well, you can always, not always, you can generally trust some of the people at the charities that you're talking about because they haven't had really many, I guess debacles is something you could say. So, I was like, well, I can help you find these charities that you want to donate to, but I don't feel comfortable you sending stuff to me for me to do for you. The main reason is also because I'm a very big procrastinator sometimes, but also because I had this vibe that this is not true, this is not who this person says they are, and I don't often get that vibe unless someone, is being real sketch, and she was. So after I said, I don't feel comfortable doing all of that, she took a minute, stepped back, and she was just like, so, where do you live? Are you married? Are you single? What do you do now for a living? And so I was like, I don't know what this has to do with you being an 82-year-old woman wanting to get, things put to a charity in your name. So I don't know what that has to do with anything. My main thing about this is do not give personal information over the internet. I cannot stress this enough. I do talk about them in my videos, like where I live, the town that I'm from. I try my best not to use the name of the towns. I do use the name of the state, just because it's a very big state. It's a very generalized area. Like I said, I try not to use the names very often. If I do, they just slip out, and you know, a lot of people don't know these specific towns unless you look them up. And even still yet, they're pretty spacious towns. It's hard to pinpoint one specific person. So I really wanted to say that please, 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 please be so careful with who you share your information with online. For example, you know, I always know who Sandra is. I always know who her names are going to be because they've been the same since we've been in high school. Mine have changed a bit, but she knows every single change that I've made. My brother, I know every single thing about that boy. So I know when people are lying about it. I know when people aren't being him, and I know when I'm not talking to him. You know, the people that I've gotten to know through the Mental Health Crisis Angels team, I trust them like a whole lot. They don't ask for personal information. It's only if it's offered, and the most they really ask is what time zone we're in, because we're all in different time zones, we're all in different time schedules, just because of the regions that we live in. Which is understandable, and they just want to make sure that we're not bothering everybody else. And even if we are, you know, a lot of times people, like myself, put our phones on vibrate or silent, or just turn them off in general for the night, which I don't really do that often, but I do make sure that it's on silent and it's on do not disturb, as I have an iPhone. So just please be careful with what information you do give out to people. I know Kate and I actually talked about it last night. She and I got the same, well, she got a different message than I did, but we got a message from the same person, got the same vibes and everything from this person. We were just like, yeah, no, we're good. And we were just like, you know, don't give any information. And because of the work that we do with the Mental Health Crisis Angels, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but our names are out there for people that do want to message us, if they do want to reach out, and they don't want to reach out to specifically My Simple Mind. Because they're like, oh, that's kind of intimidating. That one, she has a lot of followers. She might be busy and stuff like that. And we always tell people, you know, we're open to talk. If you do need someone to talk to, please, please, please message somebody. And if you want to, later on, we can take it to the Mental Health Crisis Angels. So that way you have more than one person on your side trying to help you out. Which, it's a really good team system that they have built. And it's amazing. And so that's my main thing, is just please, especially the Crisis Angels, I know the work that we are doing here is so amazing and so helpful for everybody. We just need to be careful with what information we provide to people. We need to be careful with what we say to people. We need to be careful with people messaging us, because unfortunately not everybody is going to always be truthful when they're messaging us. Now I will say most people that have messaged me in reference to that, whether it be getting information, whether it be, you know, getting to know the actual link for it and stuff like that, which we do the Follow Friday, so it's always in there. You know, they asked questions like, you know, what all does it entail? And now I have a little bit more information that I can kind of help them out with. But as usual, we'll always try to make sure we give them over to the actual Mental Health Crisis Angels, so there's no discrepancies in the information that we're giving. But like I said, it's just, we know that we want to help people, and we know that these people really want help. And a lot of times, like I said, they are actually reaching out for help, and it's really easy to tell when someone's actually in a crisis and wants help. But if they're generally, you know, not asking questions about themselves, or not answering questions about themselves, and they're strictly asking about you, no. Like right now, I'm getting a message right now from a guy, and I told him that I don't share my personal information online, especially not to people that I don't know very well. And he was just like, well, I can promise you that I'm not a stranger, or I mean well. And I was like, good for you. Thanks for that. I'm glad that you're an honest person. Still yet, I am not disclosing that information to you. and he just messaged something really kind of cringe. It's just like, with time, I'm a stranger now, but with time, I won't be a stranger. And I'm like, hey, yeah, you will, bye. I will actually message him back later, and then I'll block him and report him if I need to. Also, if you're seeing things that possibly will be triggering to somebody, especially our followers, since we do have a lot of followers that happen to follow the Mental Health Crisis Angels, My Simple Mind, and the creator, the co-creator, founder, the co-founder, and the, I forgot the title they gave to him, the support person, I forgot the title, I'm sorry, but, you know, for the specific people that are actually helping coordinate all of our chats that we have with people, you know, we want to make sure that we're giving out the right information, we want to make sure that they're getting the right information they need, and we want to make sure that they're getting the help that they need, that they deserve, especially because they're going through something that, you know, it's really hindering at times. So that's really all this video is about. I know it was a lot of backtracking and stuff, but, you know, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you pretty much expect that at this point. But this is another PSA. I hope you guys learn a lot from it. And if you have any other tips or anything like that, please leave a comment down in the comments below and let us know your tips and stuff like that. Also, if you have any concerns or anything like that, let us know. As always, you can follow me on Instagram, Instagram, Twitter. If you like my videos, just hit the subscribe button and hit the little bell icon. You can get a notification every time I post a video. Which I hope, you know, y'all are actually turning on, because I don't post them all the time, but I do post them. I try to be as close together as possible, but, you know, sometimes you gotta take a day for you. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys had a wonderful week. Please be so safe, and I love you so much. Bye!